In the beginning, when I first started writing No Other Way, I had all these characters in my head. It actually started with a short story with Samuel and his son Ryan, and then I had Thomas. And so I was writing these characters and I didn't know how their paths would cross or how they would interact. And in a way, I was just writing these characters to see where the story would go. And this scene that I'm going to read is actually something that was written a long time ago when I was first starting to get to know Thomas. And it's chapter 8, and No Other Way. Past midnight, it dropped back down to the 30s. In the morning, when Thomas woke with the arrival of the sun, as he did every morning, he could see the mist through the glass, spread across the horizon like an unraveled thread of white yarn. The shepherd husky mutt was asleep, curled up between his legs. Jeffy usually slept on a thick blanket at the foot of the bed, but on the cold nights he would curl up on the bed between Thomas's legs or beside him. It was survival instinct, something both man and dog were grateful for. Even if Thomas stoked the wood furnace before he went to bed, by early morning coldness would fill the small bedroom. As Thomas put his clothes over his long johns, the dog lay on the bed stretched out, watching Thomas lazily before shutting his eyes. He had reached that age when dogs like to sleep in later than their human counterparts. Thomas went to the kitchen and filled a pot with water for tea. He put the pot on the furnace and turned on the radio to the NPR station, which came in mostly clear. There was news of a suicide bomber in Iraq and flooding in the southeast. Another Ponzi schemer was in jail. The unemployment rate upticked to 9.1% after 2 months of holding steady. Average hourly earnings were down 11% from 2 years ago. Then came the regional news update. The journalist reported on the latest with the rush to drill on the shale of recently discovered natural gas in Toledo County. And that's a short passage that I wrote when I was first getting introduced to Thomas.